What is up, football fans? Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the Chelsea versus Sunderland game that Chelsea just lost 2-1. And if you can believe it, Sunderland are currently second in the Premier League table, and even though there is lots of games to be played this weekend, still Sunderland at the second place. That's quite something, especially for their fans. I'm talking about the game. Chelsea started this game really well, and they got an early goal courtesy of Alejandro Garnacho, and Pedro Neto gave a really good pass to Garnacho, and Garnacho ran down the wing and cut in, and he nutmegged the goalkeeper and scored his first Chelsea goal. It was a good goal for Garnacho, and he celebrated in the Cristiano Ronaldo "I am here" style, and things were looking bright and sunny for Chelsea at the bridge early on today. However, not long after, Sunderland got a throw in, and Sunderland were quite attacking, in fact, versus Chelsea today, and through that throw in, Sunderland equalized because Chelsea failed to clear the ball, and Isidore just put it in past Robert Sanchez in the Chelsea net. So that made the game 1-1, and Sunderland equalized. After that also, there was a lot of time left in the game. A whole half was remaining, and Chelsea did attack a lot in the first half, but nothing happened. The game ended 1-1 at half time, and after that, second half started, and Chelsea were positive. They were showing a lot of attacking intent, and especially through Garnacho's side, a lot of attacks were building, both in the first and second half. But the net result, Chelsea did not got that second goal that they desperately needed to get in front in this game. And talking about the players, Mark Yu did not have a good game today, and he was kind of invisible up front, and along with him, Joao Pedro also didn't have a game to remember. He would like to forget this game because his performance was not that good. It was a poor performance from the Brazilian. Garnacho played well for the 58 minutes that he spent on the pitch. He was the only goal scorer for Chelsea, and he had a good game. Speaking about Pedro Neto, he had an okay game. He gave the assist to Garnacho for his goal, and other than that, Pedro Neto was involved in the Chelsea attack, but I cannot say that it was his best game because he misplaced a few passes, and it was an average game. You can say above average for Pedro Neto. Enzo Fernandez also had a decent game. He did not have a bad game, and he was one of the Chelsea players who were, pulling out some good passes here and there. And in the second half especially, Enzo Fernandez tied a few through balls which did not quite work out, but it was a decent game. It was an above average game. Moses Caicedo, he also had a decent game, but I would say that This was a below average game from the Ecuadorian Caicedo. He made a few misplaced passes, and he was solid though, but this was not his best game, obviously. And going forward, Cucurella had a lot of chances, especially in the first half. He and Garnacho were linking up quite well, but he got two clear-cut chances. I mean, there was one instance where Garnacho played him a through ball, which was too quick for him to get there, and another one was when Enzo Fernandez gave him a delightful pass, which could have been an assist if he had scored, but Cucurella was not able to trap the ball properly, so that was a missed opportunity for the Spaniard. And Reece James, the Chelsea captain, he had a decent game, and he was one of the players who were better on the pitch today. And we have to talk about Josh Achampong here, because this young Chelsea defender really shined today. He made some brilliant tackles to deny Sunderland. Especially he made this one tackle against Granit Xhaka of Sunderland, and Achampong denied him a clear goal scoring opportunity. But shortly after, Achampong was subbed off by the Chelsea manager Enzo, and he was replaced by Tosin. Soon after, Tosin came in the 76th minute. In the dying minutes of the game, Sunderland had a long ball, and Brian Brobby of Sunderland got that ball, and he shielded that ball against Tosin, and both Tosin and Chalobah did nothing, and they just kind of stood there and allowed the Sunderland attackers to make their way into the Chelsea box. And then Brobby just gave a pass which Talbi of Sunderland just put it in the back of the Chelsea net, passed to about Sanchez to give Sunderland the 2-1 lead, and that was the winning goal of the game. So it clearly was not a good decision on Enzo Maresca's part to bring in Tosin when Achampong was playing really well, but one can say that he brought Tosin in, he subbed him on because he wanted some physicality in the Chelsea defense, but that backfired on Maresca's part. And now one really has to say that Chelsea are really inconsistent, because a few games back they were having an inconsistent run when they lost to Manchester United, Brighton and such, and they were picking up red cards match after match, and suddenly they beat Liverpool, and then they beat Ajax 5-1 in the Champions League, and things were looking bright and sunny for Chelsea. But then again, they have lost to newly promoted Sunderland, who are currently second in the Premier League at the time of recording this video. But Chelsea fans, that must hurt. After spending billions, you cannot be losing to newly promoted Sunderland. At home at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea should really be winning that sort of game, and there cannot be any excuse of losing this game today. So that's the match review from my side. Signing off. Peace.